Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper. We are standing just outside of a camp made of wood. We don't know how all that wood got there, but I guess we'll find out at some point. We also have a Jarmar, the dwarf, here, and see what he has to say.
If we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
I have been seeing a great deal of movement among the goblin messengers of this camp. I do not like Snagga Marhul's nearness to Durin's threshold, nor the road to the Dolven View. They are watching all of our movements and running communications hither and thither. I fear that many dwarves using the roads here will lose their lives to this unhindered flow of malicious information. I am sure you wish to hasten eastwards, but if you could do me this favor as you pass through the camp, I would appreciate it, and he wants me to kill goblin messengers. Right?
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dûm hangs in the balance.
I am glad a greater warrior than I is here to do some damage to these menacing little fiends. Their camp is utterly threatens all travel from Durin's threshold to the Dolven View and beyond. All dwarves who come into Moria will pass this way, and we cannot have Snagamadhul looming beneath the roadway. On your way through Pinestone, please thin out the malicious nest of goblins. So now we got to defeat Moria soldiers in Finally,
if we are to find Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will first have to deal with the orcs.
And the goblins apparently. It seems as though anyone who encounters the goblins and manages to escape finds their coin purses much lighter than they were previously. In fact, my own coin purse is a bit lighter now. I would appreciate it if you would go in there and take back the goods that were stolen from the innocent travelers passing through here. So now we need to reclaim stolen coins. Alright, so, what a convenient location for a messenger. He's not doing very much messaging. The rest of the goblin tribe will hear of your incursion. Yes, I'm sure. There you go. And of course we open up Goblin Slayer. 120. And later on plus... Well, he had a coin on him. Oh, and a soldier. So we should be able to find messengers and soldiers pretty easily then, it looks like. Now you notice he said while you're passing through. This means that we won't actually turn the quests in at this guy. We'll actually turn them in on the other side. Whew. He leveled. And anything special happened here? Which reminds me, what is my corruption remover? Shocking touch. Days replaces debuff. Because everyone gets a corruption room. Okay, so therefore, improved final word. It seems to be final word here, so it's been improved, so that now it removes corruption. So I have to remember that that is my corruption removal on this character. Oops. What bad timing. So that's the thing to remember, is that just about everyone gets a corruption removal skill around level 52 is the latest a character gets one that I know of. So I suspect it just got that. Especially since I don't have any new skills, that implies and that they upgraded one of the previous ones. Alright. Now these messengers are really static. I mean, I really don't think they're very good messengers if you just sit around there doing nothing. I mean, it's probably just for the best that they do that. Oh, here's a messenger who's actually moving. He is actually doing his job. Of course, it won't keep him alive any longer, but that's a little minor detail. Alright, okay, so that takes care of, yeah, so find Wago on the other side. Right, so now we need to get some soldiers down, and here are some soldiers. And these soldiers have various abilities, see, because each one is a little bit different. Alright. I didn't want to find out what he was trying to create there. Actually, I think what he does is I think he has a stunning thing that he does. Right, because each of these have a stance that you'll find them in. And these stances determine what kind of abilities they have. So for example, this guy has a corruption on him now that gives him extra defense, so we'll just remove that. Well, that wasn't very effective at removing that corruption, because that is a corruption on there, isn't it? Yeah, so they all have tend to have special abilities that are known as corruptions, and the thing about this is that those buffs that they put on themselves, usually corruptions are in the form of buffs, is that you have corruption removal skills that can remove those buffs on them. Now there's some times where you don't want to remove a corruption because sometimes what they're removing the corruption might do something that might, well, that you might think you're better off not removing it. So, but I think that's rare. The one that I remember the most is in some instances, such as in the sword halls. There's someone there. Unfortunately, I haven't done the sword halls all that often, so. Now, the ones who are in this stance, the aggressive stance, they tend to, I think what he's trying to do there is trying to hit me with a shield and stun me. So that's why I'm making sure I stun him first. Alright, now here's the other side. But I still need 2 more coins and 4 more soldiers. I can start clearing out soldiers here and seeing how many I need in the... Oh! Ah! Saw that goblin right after. Alright. Alright, so we got... Well, let's see. We'll take care of it. I have to relearn all the things that they do here. As I said, I know one of them at least stuns. I'm pretty sure. See, here's another soldier who's digging. There's messengers there. Alright. I think we'll need to get 1 or 2 from inside here before I go out. And here's a soldier right here. Because I need 3 more soldiers. And I need 2 more coins. Oh, nice of you not to notice. It makes me pick you off one by one. Nice being able to pick them off one by one. Now, looks like I powered through that anyway. Oh, we need only 1 more coin, and we need only 1 more soldier. So hopefully, this soldier here will drop a coin, and then we'll be able to exit. And if not, there is a messenger outside. If I fall, more shall replace me. Yeah, well, I guess there are no truer words than that. Okay, that takes care of all 3 of them are done, and... Oh, whoa, wait, where did you come from? Now, no. Ooh. Rune-keeper stone of the third age has dropped. So I can start leveling up another item. I don't think it'll be much better than what I've got right now. But when we get to Dolphin View, we can have a look at it. Since early on, the best one you get is your starter one, even though when you hit level 52, you start to get better damage output than previous ones, but legacy-wise, your starter one is pretty good at the start, so I can use mine for a little while. Since I am a Rune-keeper, so therefore the DPS doesn't matter all that much on mine. Alright, here we are on the other side.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Oh, hello there! Did you just fight your way through Snaga Malhu? That was incredible! I am here to offer assistance on the road to those who may be waylaid by the goblins. It is nervous work indeed. Alright, so got through there.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Who there? Are you hurt? No? I can see that you're not, but you seem to have hurt many goblins during your short stay in Snaga Maldhul, and I'll thank you for that. I am here to assist travelers who may be hindered on the road as they pass the rotten goblin camp. But since you seem to have waylaid them, I will help you on your way. Alright, so an axe, which I cannot use, and and some leggings, or actually boots I cannot use. Oh well.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Well, look here. I always suspected these goblins were thieves and worse. Thank you for bringing these back to the side of the dwarves. I will make sure that these coins find their way back to their own owners. Alrighty?
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
Yeah, if you wish to go further into Moria, you will want to follow the road towards Dolphin View. Perhaps you will encounter more dwarves along the way, and you can help them there. If you see any dwarves cut off from the rest throughout the travels, please endeavor to assist them. I fear that this is a more dangerous place than we anticipated upon our... Oh, maybe the Watcher in the water was a clue that there were dangerous things here? Sheesh. Dwarves. Alright. Now, originally... Oh, I always forget whether it's the high road or the low road. I think it's the low road. Now, originally, you did not go to the other side of the camp. Instead, you found a completely different road to go along and always got lost. And no, it's not the low road. Now, not that getting into a blind way is impossible in this place, as I just demonstrated. Actually, I think it's... Right, okay, this is the way from whence I came, so I guess I have to go up here. Wait. Oh! I'm not supposed to go... That's what I do all the time. Yes, I am supposed to go left, but I'm supposed to go left up here. And yes, that is why they had this nice, brightly lit thing up here on the mini-map up here. So that you will know that you obviously go up that way, and that... whatever that's all about. That you go this way, you cross the bridge. There are many opportunities to, let's say, fall in Moria. That's why our previous community manager is doing all these runs where people are supposed to lead them all the way through Moria, and the real challenge there is get them through there without dumping them into a pit or something like that. And here we go.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
Hail, traveler! Behold Lamadum. Beautiful, is it not? If you have time, we could use your assistance, for we are very curious about what lies near here. Alright. Now, we will of course do the quests that are in this area. But I was thinking that maybe before we do that, we make a quick stop over to Dolphin View, which is really nearby. And what we are going to do up there is visit the Forge Master. Since I showed you last time that there is a Forge Master here. Speak with him.
Welcome to Khazad-dûm.
Now we have a burglar's mace and a Rune-keeper stone. I definitely want to identify the Rune-keeper stone. And as you can see here, it has the same DPS as my current one. That's partly because I haven't put any points for DPS in this, because it doesn't really matter all that much for a Rune-keeper. For some classes where DPS is very important, you might want to keep on upgrading. When you start to hit the 53 items, you might want to invest in one of those right away in order to bump up your DPS. Sometimes you might be more worried about the legacies. For our Rune-keeper, I would say legacies are more important. So let's identify this, see what legacies we get. And you see here we get 3, 2, and 4. So it's not a bad spread for major legacies. But we get healing over time, which is good if you're mainly healing. Healing attuned skill, power cost, and Wrath of Flame damage. So these legacies aren't particularly useful for me since I'm into lightning. Now my current ones that I've got is plus 1% healing, so plus 1% healing over time and Fury of the Storm damage. So therefore, I'm not willing to give up Fury of the Storm damage and Vivid Imagery target. So my current legacies are better, and this is only a 51 stone anyway, so it's not any better than the one I've got. And my bag is ready for reforging, so let's see what kind of... Let's see... Amber sack. Oh. Right. Alright, I don't want to refund the... If you do this, then it'll reset all the legendary points you spent and you do them again, but I don't feel like resetting them. I think I'll keep the ones I put in so far. Mending Verse Healing. I don't use Mending Verse all that much. So if you're a healing one, that's very... And Smoldering Wrath Power Cost. And I don't use Smoldering Wrath all that much. So I'll put it into the Mending Verse Healing, just in case I need that between fights, to help myself heal up a little bit faster. Now, as for this burglar thing, there are different ways of handling.
The day of the dwarves is coming.
Some people just trash these. You know, some people put them on the auction house, but level 51 items, of course, aren't worth doing that. You can pass them to another character, to an alt you have. Now, in this case, I'll just identify it just to show you. So these, of course, are all things that are useful for and now, look at that. 355. Now, that's an excellent one. You don't get IDs like that too often. So 355, that is excellent. Now, if I had a burglar that was getting near 51, I would definitely show that to them. Now, what you can do to these, though, is...
The day of the dwarves is coming.
Go to this guy. Well, obviously, I don't want to decon that one. I want to slot that one so I could start leveling it. Is I can decon this for 1 relic. I know that's not really all that impressive, 1 relic. So if If you're at a higher level, you maybe just want to dump them. Actually, I only just started dumping them in the 90s. Well, I think most players, well, some of them probably just dumped them at level 50, seeing it not worth it. But when you're short on relics, as you are way at the beginning, when you have very few relics at the start, it might be worth dumping a few for some relics in there. But you get a lot more relics just by running a single skirmish, especially at tier 2 or tier 3. Okay, maybe you only get, especially at the end, if you get one of those end ones, you get one of those copper or bronze relic packs, sealed bag. You get tons of relics in there. Maybe we could do that at some point. But the idea here is that we are back at this camp, and next time when we return, we will begin our questing in this second camp. And see you next time with Pineleaf Plays the Rune-keeper.